Welcome back to Drunk on Games. Today we're going to be unboxing our next legacy game, My City. Now that we got enough blooper stuff, let's talk about My City. My City is a game for 2 to 4 players. Each round of the game is about 30 minutes long. So I say each round because as a legacy game, there are going to be 24 different episodes in this box, and they break them up into 3 episode arcs they call a chapter. So let's take a look inside. Oh, come on. Rick, cleanly. So, of course, within you got your rule book. So one of the things I appreciate about this legacy, and honestly a lot of legacy games are starting to do this, I appreciate that they have a way to play independent games on the side of playing the legacy campaign. So within the rulebook, the first few pages here are going to, of course, show you components and everything, but explain the legacy style. Whereas if you flip to the back, it teaches you the eternal game, or the, I'm just going to open the box and play one with my friends version. So we got a bunch of punch board stuff. And each of them on the back, they show the player color, because each player is going to get one of each of these type. But let's get to the heart of it, and that is the board. So here you've got the legacy board with all the room for your stickers, advancements, and all kinds of stuff. But on the back side, as I said, they have the eternal game version. So at any point in time, it doesn't matter if you were one of the 4 players or whatnot, you can just flip over the boards and play a 4-player one-off game of My City. So I appreciate that they do that, because a lot of games, the legacy is the entire purpose and that's it. So this gives you that option. Cool. So we've of course got 1 player board for each of the 4 players. Even more punch board for the players. And of course the ever important, as I was saying, the chapters. So there are 24 different episodes. Each of these envelopes is its own chapter. And within that, it explains what you'll be focusing on in the next 3 games. So you get to kind of know ahead of time what you're going to want to be doing. So as things unfold and you get to, put stickers and permanent things onto your board, you'll kind of know what you want to gear it into. So we got a whole, that one's thick. That one's probably got some good stuff in it. But you got a whole 8 of these envelopes for the 24 games. We also have, of course, your 4, that's a big bag for 4 tokens. So extra. And the ever important deck of cards. So each episode of My City is played with this deck of cards. Alright, so the way it'll work is each turn you'll flip over one of the cards, and it tells you which of these chipboard pieces that you will be placing onto your board next. And everyone places it onto their board. So, to start the game, your first piece has to be somewhere connected to the river, next to the river. From then on, every piece needs to connect to one that's already there. So you're going to just keep putting down pieces and exploring outwards. You can cover the rocks, the trees, the forest. As far as I understand, you can cover anything on this board except you cannot cross the river. You can have pieces on one side of the river and then start pieces on the other side, but you cannot have a piece that overlaps the river. So once you have played through the whole deck of cards and used all of the pieces, you'll go on to scoring. To score, you're going to gain points for each of these uncovered trees, not the whole forest, but the individual trees. You will lose points for each uncovered rocks, and of course you will lose points for each of the grassy fields that are left visible at the end of the game. Now, these rules are going to update and expand as you unveil new things in each of the chapters. They'll introduce new stickers, introduce new things to broaden the range of ways to earn points. But at the end of it all, the top 2 players who earn the most points are going to earn some progress points. So you'll color in these little progress bar up here, and then everybody is going to get stickers that they can then place on their board. And that sticker is going to be more trees, cover up rocks, whatever the case may be, to further their game. And yeah, at the end of 3, we'll open up the next envelope to learn what the new system is. So, let's have a sneak peek at what we'll find in episode 1. So make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, like, yeah, all the things. And join us when we unveil this. So, we have a new system. Nope, this is the same system of how to score at the end of the game. So for episode 1, 2, and 3, there are the ways that scoring will be there and how they will change. For example, by episode 3, we're going to have some wells and get bonus points from that. And I like this. A lot of games, they use stickers into your rulebook. Instead, they just straight give you a new rule sheet. And you can just add it, well, not add it, but have it next to your rulebook. But this one covers Chapter 1, The New Land. So this will be the episodes 1 through 3. There's an optimistic energy in the air. After a long voyage, you have reached the location where you want to build your new city. At first, everyone just starts building, but soon there are certain rules that emerge. The proper use of drinking water wells will promote the growth of your city. So, as you can see, utilizing the chapter score sheet over here. So this will be your little cheat sheet of how you'll score at the end of each round. But as you can see, as we go through it, we're going to end up with more ways to earn points. So game 1 is just what I said earlier. It's the straight points that you'd earn. Game 2, or episode 2, you're going to add in your largest group of the same color building. Will also earn points for the size. And then last but not least, on the 3rd episode, we're going to end up with well stickers on our board, and for each building next to the wells, you'll earn more points. So, as you can see, you'll kind of get a sneak peek of how it's going to unfold, but only for as far as your chapter reaches. Alright, so make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and join us every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. when we play through My City.